Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong Consciousness, DR.UMAR Ifatunde, reporting live from the Atlantic Ocean, or should I say the Ethiopian Ocean as it used to be called. I'm here, Atlantic City Boardwalk. Shout out the Dirty Jersey, stand up. Just had to come and clear my air, clear my mind, meditate with the orishas of the water, divinity Olokun, divinity Yemonja, talk to the ancestors who came through the Ma'afa, landing here all up and down the eastern seaboard of the United States 402 years ago. Gone but never forgotten. Brothers and sisters, we got a lot of work to do. Brothers and sisters, we got a lot of work to do. Brothers and sisters, we got a lot of work to do. I saw the situation the other day where the police harassed one of our African Latino military brothers, a second lieutenant in uniform, tried to treat him like an animal. And although I understand that the officer was fired, that penalty was not enough for a country that claims to love its soldiers, for a country that's always running around bragging about how much it loves its servicemen and women, for a country that's always waving that nasty ass flag, telling people that they stand up for their soldiers. They should have done more for their black soldiers than they did just by firing that one European. And they only fired one European. Why didn't they fire the other police officer? Why did only one police officer lose his job? All of them should have lost their job. And then our brother Dante, right outside of Minneapolis, he gets shot and murdered. I believe it was a female Neanderthal who took that brother's life. And she had the audacity to lie. She had the audacity to lie and say that she accidentally shot the taser. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You do not have to be a nuclear physicist. You do not have to be a chemical engineer to know that a taser and a pistol do not weigh the same. A taser and a pistol do not look the same. A taser and a pistol do not feel the same. So how in the hell did you mistake a pistol for a taser? And when you pulled it out of your holster, I'm sure you looked at it before you fired. And you had to see it because we saw it on the video. That was a damn lie. And the reason she lied, and I'm sure she was told to lie by her colleagues and superiors. I'm sure she was told to lie by her colleagues and superiors so that this would be treated like an accident as opposed to an assassination. She was told to lie so that Dante's murder would be treated like an accident instead of an execution. She knew what the hell she was doing. She knew what the hell she was doing. I don't care if that boy had a bench warrant. Do white people get killed for having bench warrants? Do white people get killed for speeding down the street? Do white people get beat up for mouthing out at officers? So if white people don't get killed for bench warrants, if white people don't get beat up for mouthing off, if white people don't get shot speeding away, why is it acceptable for it to happen to black folks? I'm so tired of you damn coons. I'm so tired of you damn coons always trying to take up for your slave master. I'm so tired of you damn coons always making excuses for the white power structure. I'm so tired of you damn coons always taking the other perspective. Well, let me say this to you. my coonish brothers and sisters, I am never taking the perspective of my slave master. I am never taking the perspective of my slave master. Because in order for me to take his perspective is to say that I can understand his mindset. And if I can understand his mindset, and if I can identify with the mindset of white supremacy, then that automatically proves that I myself have internalized that white supremacy, and that makes me a damn coon. So then, we have a question to President Biden. And the question to the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States, our part-time African sister Kamala Harris, where is the executive order to deal with excessive police force against the black community? Where is the same treatment for black people that you gave to the Asians? That's right. That's right. Where is Joe Biden now? I haven't heard a word from him regarding the disrespectful treatment that a black military officer in uniform, was disrespected by racist police. Where is the press conference from the president? The Asians got one. The Asians got their own hate crime bill. They got their own bill, not no multicultural bill, not no people of color bill, not no minority bill. It is a bill for Asians. So where is the president? Where is the president to deal with the police harassment and brutality that our African Latino brothers suffered in full uniform? In full uniform, where is the same treatment, the same outcry? We want the same kind of urgency from the White House that we got when the Asians were the victims of hate. See, when Asians are the victims of hate, the Asians get presidential press conferences. The Asians get an executive order. They locking people up for calling Asians derogatory names. They locking people up for making insensitive jokes about Asians. And don't get me wrong, I don't support insensitivity against any group or race of people. I don't support insensitivity against any group or race of people, brothers and sisters. But why is it you can go to jail for even looking at an Asian the wrong way? You can go to jail for even looking at an Asian the wrong way, but you can kill black people, beat up black people, disrespect black people, and nothing happens. Black America, I got news for you. Asians now get more respect than black folks in the country you built. Asians have been promoted and blacks have been demoted. You have been demoted for the LBGTs. You have been demoted for the transgenders. You were demoted for the non-African identifying Latinos. You have been demoted for the Mexicans. In fact, you are at the bottom of the racial hierarchy in America. Every other non-white group is given more respect and attention than black people, brothers and sisters. Where is Joe Biden's executive order on police genocide and hate against black? We keep hearing about Asian hate. What about the black hate, Joe Biden? Why haven't you given a press conference on our brother Dante up in Minnesota? Where is that press conference at? What about our brother, second lieutenant, in full uniform, brutalized and disrespected? A black army officer giving his life for this country. No executive order, no press conference. Brothers and sisters, any of you still multicultural? If you are still a multiculturalist out there, you are either politically blind or intellectually stupid. You are either politically blind or intellectually stupid. There's no way in hell a black person can be a multiculturalist. What other culture has ever stood up for you? I have never seen the Asians march for black people. I have never seen the Asians speak up on behalf of black people. I have never seen the Asians support black people. Only time I see them is when they're in the neighborhood, the black neighborhood, robbing us blind. That's the only time I've seen the Asians. That's the only time I've seen the Asians. And you talking about multiculturalism. Everybody who comes to America comes to replace you. Let me say it again. Let me say it again for my politically uneducated Negroes. Every culture that comes to America comes to replace Negroes. Every culture that comes to America comes to replace the Negro. They do not come to share with the Negro. They do not come to help the Negro. They do not come to unite with the Negro. They come to replace the Negro. So if you know this, as I stand here at the waters that brought our ancestors here 402 years ago, as I stand here on the waters that brought our ancestors here 402 years ago. And let me clarify the historical record that the white man is trying to sanitize, trying to call enslaved Africans indentured servants. The enslaved African wasn't no damn indentured servant. How could the enslaved African be an indentured servant when indentured servitude has a time limit? Indentured servants have a time limit. You are an indentured servant for a certain amount of time. To call the enslaved African an indentured servant is a total contradiction of the historical experience of my ancestors. We were not indentured servants. We were enslaved prisoners of war. We were dehumanized human beings. The white man didn't own us for a certain amount of time. He didn't own us for a generation or two. He didn't own us for a century or two. The enslavement of the African man, woman, and child was perpetual. I said the enslavement of the African man, woman, and child was perpetual. They owned us forever. They owned the mother and every child that proceeded from the mother. They owned that child's child, and they owned that child's child, and they owned that child's child. They owned the grandchild and the great-grandchild and the great-great-great-grandchild. And when the great-great-great-grandchild died, their grandchild, they would transfer ownership. When a slave master got old and nasty looking, when that no melanin skin having ass creature died off, he passed ownership from himself down to his son. And the son passed it on down to the grandson. And the grandson passed it on down to the great-grandson, brothers and sisters. That's the ancestor sending the water up. That's the ancestor sending the water up right now. That's the ancestors sending the water up. They kept on passing down the ownership of African people in the family forever. Slavery was perpetual. So if slavery was perpetual, where in the hell and when in the hell did we become indentured servants? We wasn't nobody's damn indentured servants. We were not even people. We were chattel. We were things, not people. The black man, woman, and child was a thing to be owned. The Asians ain't never go through that. The Asians ain't come over here on no ships. The Asians was never dehumanized. The transgenders ain't come over here on no ships. The transgenders was never forcibly enslaved. The transgenders were never dehumanized. But y'all want to keep talking about some damn multiculturalism. You want to unite with people who hate your damn guts. You want to unite with people who hate your damn guts, brothers and sisters. When do we say enough is enough? When do we say enough is enough? In the name of our ancestors, when do we say enough is enough? In the name of the almighty supreme divine ruler of this universe, in the name of the supreme Godhead of the solar system, when do we say enough is enough? America is planning to bury the black man and woman now more than ever before, and all we want to do is hold hands with the people choking us. All we want to do is hold hands with the people suffocating us. Black religion that brainwashed us so badly. Black religion has brainwashed us so terribly that we don't even know how to turn off the jacket that the black church and masjid didn't put us in. Even when we're suffering, we still don't know how to turn off the intellectual straitjacket that black religion has put on African people. I came to meditate with my ancestors. I came to stand at the waters that brought them over here 4 centuries ago. And I want my ancestors to know, resting at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, that there's an African right here who will never forget what you've been through. I want my ancestors whose spirits can't rest, whose spirits are still swimming in that Atlantic Ocean 400 years later. I want my ancestors in the largest cemetery on the planet Earth, which is the Atlantic Ocean. The largest cemetery on the planet Earth, which is the Atlantic Ocean. The largest unnatural cemetery on the planet Earth, which is the Atlantic Ocean. I want my ancestors to know that the fight ain't over yet. The fight ain't over yet. And I don't plan on quitting. And there's some of us who don't plan on quitting. And there's some of us who gonna fight until the wheels fall off. It's some of us who gonna lift up that red, black, and green flag, and we'll die with that red, black, and green flag, and we'll give our life before that red, black, and green flag ever touches the ground. Rest in peace to the president of Tanzania, the Honorable John Magufuli. May he join the ancestral army to help us wash away white supremacy the same way that these waves of the beach wash away the sand. May he join the ancestors in the Atlantic Ocean. Rise up, ancestors, and help us get the job done. We know you can't do the job for us. It is for the living to bring the battle. It is for the living to bring forth the victory. It is for the living to take on the enemy, but we need that ancestral support. We need that ancestral motivation. We need that ancestral alignment in order to get the job done. As above, so below. The waters are restless because the ancestors are restless. They want to know, how long are African people going to stand by and let the Chinese take over the mother continent? How long African people going to stand by and let the Chinese buy up the Caribbean? How long African people gonna stand by and let this wicked, decrepit, evil, malicious, and terroristic United States government kill off our people with a slow, gradual police genocide campaign. They have a very modest genocide campaign. They let the police kill off an African a week. That's 52 a year, at minimum. And then you got the KKK and all these other groups going around the country lynching black folks. But Joe Biden ain't got time for a press conference for that. Black people being murdered every day by cops and crackers. But Joe Biden ain't got time for no executive order for that. And these damn gatekeeping coons don't want to do nothing but tell black folks to go vote for another white man. How in the hell, after 4 centuries, can your solution be go vote for another devil? How can that be a solution, African people? How can that be a solution? Go and vote for another. To the ancestors, I came for energy and power. To the ancestors, I came for some energy and power. We got a $300,000 tax bill. We got a $300,000 tax bill. State of Delaware, 2019, 2020, we are exempt going forward, but we got to knock off this tax bill, brothers and sisters. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to force us to sell the property. I know what they're trying to do. White power structure don't want DR.UMAR and his school nowhere near Wilmington, Delaware. I know what they trying to do, but we gonna fight because the ancestors said fight. We ain't gonna quit because the ancestors say don't quit. So we gonna try to pay this bill down, brothers and sisters, and I need y'all to help me. We gonna try to pay this bill down, brothers and sisters, and I need y'all to help me. Get on your Cash App, $FDMG School. Get on your Cash App, $FDMG School. Get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail in your check or money order, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. Mail in your check or money order, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. Join the Loyal Donors Club at DrUmarJohnson.com, brothers and sisters. The tax bill is $300,000, and the renovation for the 3 buildings on the Marcus Garvey side of the street is an additional $300,000. I said the tax bill is $300,000. And the renovations for the 3 buildings on the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey side of the campus is $300,000. We can pay one, but we can't pay both. If we pay for the renovations, we can't pay the taxes. If we pay the taxes, we can't pay the renovations. I said if we pay the renovations, we can't pay the taxes. If we pay the taxes, we can't pay the renovations. So I need y'all to help us out. We come too far, and we come too long, and the walk has been too great. We will not turn back. We will not sell one of our schools, brothers and sisters. We will get this job done one way or the other. We will get this job done one way or the other. Ramadan Mubarak to all my revolutionary Pan-African nationalist Muslims out there. Ramadan Mubarak for all my revolutionary Pan-African nationalist Muslims out there. Pray hard and play for African liberation. And if your religion don't let you pray for African liberation, you in the wrong religion. I'm talking to everybody. If your religion does not allow you to pray for African liberation, you are in the wrong religion, because there is no religion on this planet that God would condone or acknowledge that doesn't allow for you to pray for the freedom, redemption, and global emancipation of God's original people. God would never condone a faith that doesn't allow its followers to pray for the psychological, economic, political, and militaristic salvation of God's first people. So if the religion don't let you pray for your race, if the religion don't let you pray for African redemption, then you in the wrong religion. I'm not talking to Muslims. I'm not talking to Christians. I'm not talking to Jehovah's Witnesses or Hebrews or anybody else. I'm talking to all of you. Black folks. Black folks. The religion must serve African liberation, or it's a religion you don't need. The religion must serve African liberation, or it's a religion that you don't need. I'm out here with the birds. The birds came to keep me company. They got some fish over there. Why don't y'all cook some of that fish up for me, birdies? You got to cook that fish. They got a fish. He done got him a piece of flounder or whatever swimming out here in the polluted waters of the Atlantic Ocean. He got him a fish. But I can't eat the fish raw. I am not a Neanderthal nor a neo-Neanderthal. I cannot eat the fish raw, my little creature. I am not a Neanderthal nor a neo-Neanderthal. Brothers and sisters, we got to get free. Brothers and sisters, I had to come and talk to the ancestors. Let them know I'm still fighting. Let them know I need them to come and help me fight. Right across that water is Africa. Right across that water is the mother continent. Right across that water is home, brothers and sisters. There ain't no place like home, brothers and sisters. King Kong is here.